get it. Let's do this thing.
Merry Christmas!
You happy to see me? I'm happy to see you.
You know, the holidays are coming up and we want to do all that we can for this community.
Just to see, you know, the looks on their faces, the smiles, the tears, the joy, it was everything.
We're lucky as management because our guys care. You know, sometimes with some teams, some organizations, you have to say, fellas, we're going down to the food bank. And they don't really want to go, but you drag them because you know it's the right thing to do. You know, with our group, we're constantly having guys come to us, hey, can we get involved with this? Hey, can the organization help us support this? As a whole, our guys are extremely engaged in the community.
For me, I love interacting with the community, being able to kind of build those relationships, try to put a smile on as many people's faces that we can.
First thing that Michael and I said when we met you guys that first day was, our players care. Our players are going to be in the community, and this is a great opportunity. We have Tyus in there, and Anthony Gill, and different families, Gafford, are all giving back today out of the goodness of their heart. They don't have to do it, they want to do it, and that's really, really important. That's a Wizard play.
This is probably a big deal. You know, this is something that, you know, you can get out your house, get out your environment, and kind of forget about your real life a little bit, in a sense, coming to this, you know, and having a lot of great people around. Famous basketball players, great monumental people, like this is like experience.
How have you been able to make D.C. your second home in that regard, to give back the same way that you do in Flint?
You know, I just try to leave an imprint on wherever I live. You know, I've always done that, whether it was Utah, whether it was Flint, LA, and now DC. You know, wherever I lay my head is my home.
Well, as you can tell, it's a little chilly outside because I'm not in D.C. I'm in Flint, Michigan, home of Kyle Kuzma, and what he calls the temple, where he learned to take a love for the game of basketball. We're actually going inside and meet Miss Bailey and get a tour of not only this facility, but the new facility that is being built here in downtown Flint, that Kyle Kuzma gave a rather considerable contribution to its creation. So let's take a tour of Flint and get to learn about the home of Kyle Kuzma.
His mom would drop him off in the morning, and he'd stay with the guys who play in the morning. They'd go to work, he'd still be here. Guys come on their lunch hour, he'd play with those guys.
So he'd play with anybody that would step on the court?
Anybody who showed up. Here's this skinny little kid. He would play with anybody, and that really, you know, that's why he was able to be who he is. This is it.
Take this in.
This is the spot. He was here 12 hours a day. He knows everything about this court. He knows the soft spots. He knows the good spots. He knows where the lights are. He knows everything about this court.
I would just be the only kid there all day, every day, and I would just be in there hours, just like trying random shots. That's why I think I make a lot of like buzzer beaters and like tough shots, because I would just be in the gym as a kid, just shooting boring board shots. So.
He always has the best message, which is, you got to work hard. You got to put in the effort. You know, he always says, yes, some of it is genetics, but it was me putting in the hours and the time and listening to mom.
There you go.
You know, that's what he always says, the work
always.
and listening to your family. And I love that he shares that story with these kids.
Kyle Kuzma, Flint, Michigan native. We know that he is a part of the community in D.C. and does everything for the district. But where did that character come from? He knows that his community is vital to his success, and that's why we followed him back to his hometown to celebrate him celebrating others.
This is like an unbelievable feeling, and I'm very honored to share this moment and be here while you guys are accomplishing something that's so good.
Kyle had the honor of being the commencement speaker at a graduation ceremony for female inmates who were preparing to re-enter society. Not only that, Kuzma hosted a gift-giving party for their children, bringing joy around the holiday season.
He's more than just a person that plays professional sports. He's a person who's dedicated and loving people.
Giving back is very important, and this is just another layer to it, and being here and being around the families, being around the female inmates, accomplishing these big things. For me to be a part of it, and my mother and our Kyle Kuzma Family Foundation, is a blessing, and we're extremely grateful.
It's just inspiring to have him to come back home to Flint, his hometown, to see him and the relationship that he has with his mom. It just brings a good warm feeling to your heart. And the fact that they were able to come here today, bring gifts for the kids, and continue this partnership that his foundation has developed is super exciting.
When y'all touch this pavement, when y'all come out, the world is yours. Take it, because that's what it's here for.
Come on. That's right.
I just try to put as much smiles on people's faces as I can because my main goal is to spread peace and positivity throughout the world. When it all said and done, you know, it's just making somebody's day, making somebody's night, year, month, so on.
What is the message that you want those who you have just recently left to carry with them?
Follow your dreams. Anything is possible. And that in some little way, sometimes in a very big way, we're here to help you. We know we walk into the arena. You got thousands and thousands and thousands of people cheering for you, caring for our team. And we want you to know that in some small way, we're cheering for you also.